Hey everyone, welcome. So, if you're getting ready to tackle a big DIY flooring project, you've probably stood there, looked at your old carpet, and had that thought. Hey, couldn't I just lay my brand new laminate right on top of this padding? I mean, it seems like the ultimate time saving hack, right? Well, in this explainer, we're going to dive deep and break down exactly why this very popular shortcut can turn into an absolute DIY disaster. So, here it is, the big question. It's probably one of the most common questions flooring pros get asked. You've got the padding right there, it's already down. It feels like it could just do double duty as underlayment. Think of all the time, the effort, and yeah, the money you'd save. But is it really that simple? And you know what? That first thought makes total sense. It really does. The padding is soft, it's already there, and it seems like it would give a nice, comfy, cushioned feel under your new floor. It's a really tempting idea, and you are definitely not the first person to think of it. But here's the straight answer, and it is a really important one. While you technically can physically lay laminate planks on top of carpet padding, it is, without a doubt, one of the biggest mistakes you can possibly make on a flooring project. So let's bust this myth once for all. All right, let's get into the why behind all this. Why doesn't it work? The whole problem really comes down to what laminate flooring needs to survive, which happens to be the exact polar opposite of what carpet padding is designed to do. To really get this, you have to understand how laminate flooring is designed. Think of it like a single giant floating sheet. And for that sheet to stay locked together and look good, it needs a rock-solid foundation underneath it. It has to have something firm, flat, and stable to support its locking system and to stop it from moving around. And this is the perfect analogy. It just brilliantly sums up the problem. Carpet padding is soft, it's squishy, it's spongy. It's basically the flooring version of sand. So if you build on it, your beautiful new floor is pretty much destined to fail from day one, even if it looks okay for a little while. So let's get really specific here. First off, the padding is just way too soft. Every single step you take is going to make those laminate planks bend and flex, which puts a ton of stress on the joints until they literally snap. Second, it gives you uneven support, which creates those really annoying bouncy spots and a floor that just squeaks all the time. Third, padding is a moisture trap, which is just asking for mold and can cause your new planks to warp and swell. And finally, and this one is a really big deal, it will absolutely 100% void your manufacturer's warranty. You know, the heart of this whole myth, this whole common mistake, really just comes down to a simple case of mistaken identity. People hear the word padding and they hear the word underlayment and they just kind of assume they're the same thing. They are not. In fact, they are engineered for completely different jobs. Here is the absolute simplest way to think about it. Carpet padding is designed for one thing, and one thing only, comfort. It's there to make your carpet feel soft and nice under your feet. Laminate underlayment, on the other hand, is all about stability. Its entire job is to support the floor. That's it. And this chart just lays it all out perfectly. I mean, just look at the difference in thickness. Carpet padding is 1/4 to 1/2 inch thick. Laminate underlayment is super, super thin. We're talking 1 to 3 millimeters. One is soft and cushiony, the other is firm and dense. Their purposes are night and day, which is exactly why you just can't swap one for the other. Think about it this way, right? Would you ever use a pillow as a stepping stone to get across a creek? Of course not. It's soft, it's totally unstable, and it would just collapse the second you put your weight on it. Well, that is exactly what's happening to your laminate floor when you lay it on top of carpet padding. Okay, so what actually happens in the real world when you ignore all of this advice? Let's take a little peek into the bad future of your floor. This isn't a matter of if this stuff will happen, it's just a matter of when. The very first thing you're going to notice is the planks starting to pull apart from each other. That constant flexing from walking on that spongy surface puts way too much stress on the seams. Before you know it, gaps are going to form, the edges will start to lift up, and you're left with an uneven and honestly hazardous surface. And next up, the noise. Oh, the noise. As the planks move and rub against each other, you're going to hear it. It'll probably start with just a little creak here and there, but pretty soon every single step is going to produce this symphony of squeaks and pops that will absolutely drive you crazy. And this is the point of no return. The tongue and groove systems that lock the planks together are really precise, kind of delicate little mechanisms. The uneven pressure from the padding below will cause them to weaken, and eventually they're just going to crack. And once that happens, the plank is permanently damaged. It has to be replaced.
So the bottom line is this. All of these problems, the separating, the squeaking, the breaking, they all add up to a drastically shortened lifespan for your floor. An investment that should easily last you 15 or 20 years can start to fail and look awful in just a couple of years, all because of the wrong foundation.
But you know what? It doesn't have to be this way. Now that we know what not to do, let's switch gears and look at the right way to prep for a beautiful, long-lasting laminate floor that you can actually be proud of. It all starts with demolition. And this right here is the non-negotiable first step. There are no half measures, no shortcuts here. The old carpet, those shark tack strips around the edges, and every last scrap of that old padding, it all has to go. You need to get down to the bare subfloor.
So here's your pro-level game plan, broken down into 5 simple phases. After you rip everything out, you're going to clean and inspect your subfloor for any damage. Then comes the most critical part, leveling the surface. After that, you install the correct, thin, dense underlayment. And finally, you let your new laminate planks sit in the room and acclimate to the temperature and humidity for a couple of days before you even think about installing them.
Now, what does flat really mean? This is the industry standard you're shooting for. Your subfloor should not have any dips or bumps bigger than 3/16 of an inch over a 10-foot stretch. The best way to check is to grab a long straight edge and just slide it across the floor. This is probably the single most important measurement for a successful installation.
And here it is. This is the payoff for all that extra prep work. This chart tells the entire story. A floor installed over squishy carpet padding might last you a couple of years before serious problems start showing up. A properly installed floor, that can last you 2 decades, maybe even more. The choice is, well, it's pretty clear when you see it laid out like this.
And this is the perfect mindset to have for this whole project. Taking that extra day to properly prepare your subfloor isn't a waste of time. It's an investment. It's the difference between loving your floor for years and years and dealing with the massive headache of having to tear it all out just to fix your mistakes. So, we'll end with this question. After seeing all the consequences, the buckling, the squeaking, the broken planks, the voided warranty, is that initial shortcut of just leaving the carpet padding down really worth the risk? The answer, as we've seen, is a loud and clear no. Do it the right way, and you'll have a floor you absolutely love for a very, very long time.